to completely change topics, I have a short question, but it's very profound. Is the Force God?
You can think of it that way. The way the movies leave the Force has interpretive ambiguity.
Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter.
The idea that the Force is God is not less reasonable than a number of other interpretations. So I think that is a fair one.
What are some of the others?
Well, I'll tell you one that I think is a strong secular competitor, and it came out actually really recently. Lawrence Kasdan offhandedly was asked about movies and the themes of his movies, and he wrote several of the Star Wars movies with Lucas. And he said something like, the best line he ever wrote was in Indiana Jones, where Indiana Jones's buddy says, what's the plan? And Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, says, I don't know, I'm making it up as I go along. And he said, that's the best line I've ever written. And then Kasdan says, that's it. It's the biggest adventure you can have, making up your own life. He must be upwards of 70 now, Kasdan. He says, even now, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, let alone the day after tomorrow. I'm making up my own day. It's infinite possibility. And then he says, I think not intending to answer your question, but he says these words, it's the life force. So I think that sense of freedom and possibility, that you can choose your own path. You can give that a religious foundation, by the way. It has a root in Christianity. But if you don't like that one, you can give it a secular and I think deeply American reading, and that's there too.
It brings us back to freedom to choose. The movies have many religious overtones. Do you think of the movies as mostly Christian? Are they mostly Buddhist? Are they neither? Some mix of the two?
I think they're mostly Christian in a way that you can admire or love even if you're not Christian. So I'll tell you why I think they're mostly Christian. I don't know if Lucas self-consciously intended this. My guess is not. But it's a tale of redemption. Both Luke and Anakin can be seen as Christ figures. And one of them dies actually to save his child, to save all children, to restore balance to the Force. It's really can be seen as a kind of crucifixion. It's a twist on the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, because it's, there's voluntary action where he goes light, kills the emperor, he's dying because of all that. But he is a Christ figure, and Luke is the same. I think the kind of beating Christian heart of Star Wars is about salvation, where Lucas has said that the real story of the 6 movies is the tragedy of Darth Vader. I have reverence for George Lucas, and I disagree with him. It's not the tragedy of Darth Vader, it's the redemption of Darth Vader. So Vader, in the end, saves his son, and in that beautiful scene where he looks at his son with his own eyes, Luke says,
Leave me?
No, you're coming with me. I'll not leave you here. I've got to save you.
And Vader, now called, by the way, in the script, Anakin. The only time in the script of the original trilogy that he's called Anakin. He's called Anakin there, not Vader anymore. Anakin says,
You already have, Luke.
And that's a redemption tale about, I think it's about the soul. And when you see Anakin at the end of Return of the Jedi, you see him standing with the other Force ghosts. His soul is saved. He's in the Star Wars equivalent of heaven.